Road racing has been around for as long as there have been motorcycles. For years, individual races, many of them called Grand Prix, were held throughout Europe.
A rider would just turn up, negotiate some start money, qualify, race, but he would never become a world champion. Motorcycle Grand Prix racing, as we know it, or structured world championship, first happened in 1949. First race was in the Isle of Man, British Grand Prix. It's all evolved since then.
The pinnacle of two-wheeled motorsports, the Road Racing World Championship Grand Prix, was born. In the 1960s, Englishman Mike Hailwood dominated Grand Prix racing. He arrived in America when the Grand Prix was held at Daytona in 1964 and 65. Hailwood won both years. In 1988, the Grand Prix returned, this time to Laguna Seca on California's Monterey Peninsula, where it was held 6 times.
I have a lot of great memories about Laguna Seca. It was one of the racetracks where if you get aggressive, you can go faster.
King Kenny Roberts Sr. is a legend in racing. His first of 3 Grand Prix championships marked the dawning of a golden age for American riders. Kenny would have clinched a 4th championship, but was edged out by fellow American Freddie Spencer in a championship duel that came down to the final race of the season. In 1985, Freddie did the unthinkable when he won the championship in 2 racing classes in the same season. A feat no rider had accomplished before or has since.
So after 40 laps and over an hour of hard racing in the Californian sunshine, the American Grand Prix goes to Eddie Lawson.
Eddie Lawson would win the championship 4 times.
It's Rainey, Schwantz. It's Rainey now. Wayne Rainey leads Kevin Schwantz as the rest of the pack stream through.
The 1990s saw the head-to-head battles between Americans Wayne Rainey and his arch-rival Kevin Schwantz. Rainey clinched 3 consecutive championships starting in 1990. Kevin Schwantz would go on to win the championship in 1993. There were 16 championship seasons from 1978 to 1993. American riders took 13 of them. Since then, the world has changed. The torch has been passed to a new generation of American stars. The young man who was raised on racetracks around the world and is the son of a former champion clinched the title in 2000. Kenny Roberts Jr. is the last American champion. Roberts will be joined by 3 other Americans competing for the MotoGP championship.
But it's Colin Edwards who leads the way from Nicky Hayden.
Colin Edwards, the Texan, double World Superbike champion, on his day, up there with the best.
Here comes Rossi on the inside of Edwards. Rossi finally makes his move on his teammate through the chicane. They go. Oh, Edwards looks to react. Edwards runs down the outside of Rossi.
Nicky Hayden, youngest ever American Superbike champion.
New circuit record from Nicky Hayden. The pace is absolutely electric here.
Definitely a massive talent. God, can he ride a motorcycle? John Hopkins is a serious talent.
Hopkins late on the brakes, and it's Hopkins who leads the way. John Hopkins leads the MotoGP event for the first time in his career.
Hopkins rides the wheels off that Suzuki every session he goes out with.
Practice and qualifying for Kenny Roberts.
All those guys out there are trying to beat the 26-year-old Valentino Rossi.
Is there excitement and thrills of MotoGP? There's none that can match. No makeup on it, and there's no smoke and mirrors. It is a great racing program.